You steamies are old and clapped out, he sneered. When Sir Topham Hatt realizes this, you'll all be scrapped.
Scrapped? Pah! I'm as fast as I ever was.
I don't want to be put in a museum. Edward took on the wrong sort of coal, sir.
Wait for the all clear signal. Do it right.
There he goes again, Puff Bill.
Do it right. From morning till night. Keep your funnel out of our quarry, Huff Ben.
You're doing it all wrong, huffed Gordon. Don't wheesh until your passengers are on board. Watch me. Please, I want some peace and quiet, and I don't want to share a shed with chatterboxes. No need to be rude, huffed Harvey. Sir Topham Hatt chose me because I'm as red as a rocket and twice as grand.
Ahoy there, Cranky, cried Salty. Where have you been, snapped Cranky? And a good day to you too, Captain.
Please stop talking about the statue. No one wants to hear about it anymore. No one wants to talk to you anymore, and neither do I.
It's time to go. It's time to go, he called.
We haven't finished our job, said the workers.
But we have to leave now,
Rusty hung.
I can't be late for Sir Topham Hatt.
Fearless Freddy is back. Who are you? I'll show you who's fastest, tooted Freddy. I'll race you down the mountain.
Hurry up! I haven't got all day.
You're no fun.
You wouldn't be fun if you were stuck up here.
So that's why you're cranky, said Bill. You're lonely.
I'm not, Cranky Crank.
Look, aren't I a beautiful red? He asked the others.
No wonder Sir Topham Hatt thinks I'm special.
You look very pleased with yourself. Gordon's not the only one who's special.
Well, there's nothing special about smelly old diesels.
Who holds the old record?
Why, I do, said Gordon.
And the good friends laughed.
I have a problem. It happens when I go up hills. I start to rattle and rock, and then I have to stop.
Help! Cried Henry.
Yes, sir, bubbled Billy happily. Right away, sir.
Billy, Thomas steamed, you must pull the chickens slowly and smooth.
I know that,
sighed Billy. He pumped his pistons impatiently. Diesel has already collected them, puffed Thomas. He said it was his job.
But that was my job, huffed Emily.
Thomas, huffed Billy, stop telling me what to do. You are a very bossy engine.
So the next time Thomas saw Ari, he gave him a biff. Later, Thomas chuffed into the coaling plant, and there was Hector.
Sorry, coughed Gordon.
Why have you taken Gordon's cars? She snapped sharply.
Because...
Diesel began. I haven't got time to listen to you, huffed Emily. Give me those cars.
Not if you won't listen,
groaned Diesel, and he sped away.
The magic lamp I know isn't true. It's just an old story, and quite silly, too.
Hello,
puffed Neville cheerfully. I'm not talking to you, Thomas huffed crossly. Neville didn't know what he had done.
I don't want Sir Topham Hatt to think I can't deliver the mail, puffed Edward. I'll have to work out how to do it by myself.
Soon the Diesels and the Steamies were biffing and banging and being bumped all over the island. Thomas puffed closer.
Keep away!
Roared Hector. Bill and Ben were right, thought Thomas. Hector is scary, and Hector is horrid. But he didn't know how very icy the tracks were. His wheels started to slip and slide. Oh my, cried James, and he applied his brakes as hard as he could. Whoa! Edward tried to brake as well, but it was too late. Looking splendid is not the same as being really useful. But best of all is being really useful and looking splendid, like me. Oh no, moaned Henry. They must be going to cut down the tall pine tree.
Why would the signal be red? Puzzled James.
Bust my buffers, cried James. Oh dear, wheezed Edward. But before Thomas could finish, Hector opened his mouth and let out the biggest roar ever.
Keep away!
He bellowed. Rosie was so surprised she shook from funnel to footplate, and she steamed straight out of the yard.
You're looking very cheerful, Thomas.
Everyone thinks I know how to do everything, Edward moaned. I hope I get it right.
Of course, boasted Spencer. I'm faster and finer than all the engines on Sodor put together.
What's wrong with your engine?
My engine's old. All that rushing around has worn it out.
Then you shouldn't have taken the passenger cars.
And you should have listened to me.
Why should I listen to a smelly old diesel?
Because Gordon's not the only one who set a record, oiled Diesel quietly. I've set one too. I've shunted more freight cars in one day than any other diesel, Diesel oiled.
And he spluttered sadly away. Oh, dear, said Emily sadly. Diesel is just as special as Gordon. This made Thomas cross. Hector had biffed and bashed Bill and Ben. He had shouted at Thomas, and he had frightened Rosie so much that she had puffed away. Now the extra delivery would never be ready. Thomas had had enough. He puffed up bravely in front of Hector and gave him a mighty biff. Hector rolled backwards. He was very cross.
Keep away! He roared.
No, I won't, tooted Thomas crossly. You are causing confusion and delay. You really are horrid. Then, with one mighty biff, Thomas sent Hector rolling backwards into a set of buffers. Hector crashed off the track. Thomas felt very bad. He hadn't meant to knock Hector over. Thomas puffed up to Hector. Hector lay on his side, looking very sad. Now Hector didn't seem so horrid.